Welcome back to Indiana Diecast Racing in the continuing Round 3 action of the Final Fantasy Fracas. A number of top-tier teams have already punched their ticket into Round 4, and today we're going to see 3 more groups. So 3 more winners will advance. First up today, in the Round of Death, it's Vapor Racing. They've brought 9 Round 3 drivers into this competition. We'll see 4 of them today. The first up is Gilu in an Impavido, bringing in 22 points. Next up, it's the Wildcard Bracket 3 winner, Louisa, in her green Lethal Diesel. I have high hopes for her. Next up, it's Crazy Jimmy D driving the Governor. This is a puppy car, so donation money went to Beagles R Us to name this driver. And finally, in one of her 2 cars, it's Dangerous Dawn. This one is a Count Muscula called Yellow Finch. She brings in 23 points today. Alright, first up we got Gilu, Louisa, Crazy Jimmy D, and Dangerous Dawn. Gilu initially out front, but here comes Louisa, and Louisa can't get it done. Gilu in that Impavido leads. Louisa is second, Crazy Jimmy D, and Dangerous Dawn is fourth. And coming down the final straight, that's how they'll finish. Crazy Jimmy D just makes it a hair ahead of Dangerous Dawn. So coming down that back straight, Louisa had a solid chance, but man, Gilu just handled that pole position start really well, and you see Louisa having to throw a block on Crazy Jimmy. So after one, it's Gilu, Louisa, Crazy Jimmy D, and Dangerous Dawn. They finish in starting order. Crazy Jimmy on the pole for lap 2. Here they go, but here comes Gilu and Louisa around turn 2, and oh, it's a battle into Hoth, and Crazy Jimmy D comes out in front. It's Crazy Jimmy. Oh, Gilu rolls. And Crazy Jimmy's going to run away with lap 2. Louisa is second. Dangerous Dawn is third. And after that lap 1 win, Gilu will take an unfortunate DNF. That's probably going to have huge implications later. Yeah, she just sort of rolls in, I think, turn 5. And luckily for Louisa and Dangerous Dawn, they're able to get around her on the final straight. So after 2, things have really been shaken up. Louisa and Crazy Jimmy tied atop the group with 6. Gilu drops to 3rd with 4th. And Dangerous Dawn, who's now on the pole, is the underdog with only 3 points. And it's going to be another tough battle through turn 2. And Crazy Jimmy D comes out in front. Oh, he nearly drives off the track. It's a giant cluster through Echo Base, and Crazy Jimmy's now with a huge lead driving in reverse. Oh, he slides. Uh-oh. Oh, and Dangerous Dawn steals the win. Then Louisa smacks him across the line. Crazy Jimmy takes second. Louisa is third. Oh, no. And I think Gilu's tournament just ended on lap 3 as she takes another DNF. Well, Crazy Jimmy with a great turn 2 pass kind of gets overzealous, and he and Dangerous Dawn get hung up. Fortunately, everybody able to sort it out. And we're going to take a look and see if we can see what happens to Gilu. And, I think she slides into turn 6 awkwardly and just kind of stalls out. And Crazy Jimmy making things interesting. Dangerous Dawn narrowly avoids the impact, but Louisa smacks him. And after 3, Crazy Jimmy D with a 1-point lead over Louisa. Dangerous Dawn is 3rd, and this will be Gilu's last lap of the tournament. So Louisa on the pole for lap 4. She's got a strong start. She'll come out of turn 2 with the lead. And they're single file. We've lost Crazy Jimmy in the back. That's not good. And Louisa wins lap 4. There's Crazy Jimmy for 4th. And Louisa with the come from behind group victory. Somehow she remains alive. And looking at the wild cards, Crazy Jimmy only good enough for 5th there, so he will not advance. Arlo still with the wild card. And now Oops! All Numbskulls for the second group of the day. And the first Numbskull driver or vehicle is a Power Pipes. And so far he's racked up 4 wins out of his 8 laps he's run. Next up, he's got a jackhammer called Dumpy. He's won 3 laps out of the 8 so far and brings in 25 points. And then one of, I think, 4 bubble gunners left in the tournament. This one is Hubba Bubba. He's got 3 wins and won a runoff in round 1 to advance to round 2. And then the red bubble gunner called Super Bubble. He's got 7 lap victories and is 1 point shy of maximum points, and he is the number 1 seed in round 3. Well, he gets a not so great start. So far, the Power Pipes is out front, and we come around turn 2. Power Pumps is in the lead. Pipes through Echo Base, followed by the Jackhammer, the black and purple Bubble Gunner, and then the red Bubble Gunner. And it's Power Pipes, Jackhammer, black and purple, and then red. I mean, I guess I could have just said it's Numbskull, 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 and Numbskull. So Power Pipes with a great first lap to open the day from the pole position. And it's all Numbskull on the scoreboard after 1. Alright, the black and purple Bubble Gunner on the inside lane with the red one right behind him. Man, they get a great start. And I don't think Power Pipes is going to catch him in turn 2. They do not. It's black, red, Power Pipes, and the Jackhammer's way in the back. They round the Savage Square, and Power Pipes gets caught up with Jackhammer, but manages 3rd. And after 2, it's Power Pipes and the black and purple Bubble Gunner, but they're both only 2 points ahead of Numbskull, of the Power Pipes, or of the Jackhammer and the red Bubble Gunner. And red's gonna take the lead through Hoth. Black and purple right on his tail. And the number 1 seed of the tournament will win lap 3. Well, did I say tournament? Yeah, I guess at this point, he's the number 1 seed. Black and purple just can't get it done. Red carries some great momentum through turn 2, and that will earn him a lap victory. So that's his 8th lap victory out of, 11 laps. Here we go on lap 4. Jackhammer in the lead. And here comes the red Bubble Gunner. He's going to fly past them all, and he's going to have to take a huge lead through Hoth. Jackhammer catches him. If red wins, I think he'll take the group. And it's red, Jackhammer, Power Pipes, and black. Taking a look at this start. He's got the crossover lane and then just turns on the jets and takes off. And that's it. The red Bubble Gunner wins the all Numbskull group by 2 points over the black Bubble Gunner. And Numbskull only comes in for 3rd in the wild card, so Arlo will maintain that position. So now we move on to the 3rd group of the day, Group 12, and this is the first non-solo team group. First up is Big Al from Big Al's Custom Diecast in a Loco Motorin. He was perfect in round 1, and he's the number 3 seed so far right now. Then we've got Topher from Arlo Racing in a Grand Cross. He's racked up 3 lap wins so far. And then the only driver from Raw Sun God Racing in a Zuru is Zuru, driving a Zuru Hurricane, a Typhoon called Hurricane. He's racked up 4 wins. And another driver from Vapor Racing in a Retroactive with only 1 lap victory. It's Jake and Eli. He, longtime veteran of tournaments here in Indiana. I guess so is Big Al. And there goes Topher. He's going to quickly take the lead, and he's putting space between him and Big Al. And the other 2 are well behind. Topher a little loose in the Savage Square. Big Al catches him. Oh, Big Al wrecks. Oh, and gets smacked. And lap 1's going to be Topher, then Zuru and Jakey Eli. And we're going to take a look at this wreck by Big Al. Yeah, he just kind of climbs the wall and rolls over. And then there's nowhere to go for Zuru. And we're going to look at this closely. He rights himself, but just not able to cross the line. So Big Al will not earn a point. That's a DNF. And Topher leads after 1, but I think we're all rooting for Zuru here, the only driver left from Raw Sun God Racing. And he's on the pole for lap 2. They come into turn 2. I think Big Al's going to take the lead. He does. Topher's right on his tail. Zuru drops to 3rd. They're rounding the Savage Square. All 4 cars really close together. It's Big Al, Topher, Zuru, and Jake Eli. A great start for that crossover lane. Big Al, Topher tandem. And Zuru seems to struggle a little bit in turn 2. So after 2, Topher maintains the lead. He's up by 2 over Zuru. Then it's Big Al and Jake Eli. And Jake Eli on the pole for lap 3 with Topher behind. Let's see if Zuru can take advantage of that crossover. Not really. I think Jake Eli is going to come out in the front. And Vapor Racing leads for the first time in this group today. Big Al way in the back. Whoa! Jake Eli gets a lot of separation and wins the lap. Then it's Topher, Zuru, and Big Al. So Topher's going to further pad his lead. He's up by 3 over Zuru and Jake Eli. And at this point, Big Al is eliminated and has to hope he finishes second for the wild card. And it's going to be close through turn 2. Oh, Topher able to carry the momentum. Topher leads. Jake Eli second. Big Al third. Topher spins in the square. Here comes Jake Eli. Oh, Jake Eli gets smacked. Topher wins. Big Al is second, and it's a double DNF between Jake Eli and Zuru. That's gonna be the end of Raw Sun God Racing. But we're glad they joined us. Yep. Topher spun in, I think, turn 6. That allows Jake Eli to catch him. Jake gets hung up on him, slides, and then just gets railroaded by Big Al. And sure enough, Topher wins the group. Big Al does manage to take second in the group with 8 points. And he ties Arlo of Arlo Racing for the top wild card spot. So we may have a really special duck-off to look forward to. But there's a lot of drivers left. We've kind of rearranged this. So I think we're about maybe a third of the way through round 3. Congratulations to Topher, Numbskull, Louisa. Well, yeah, those 3, they are your winners today. This has been Jim D for Indiana Diecast Racing. Be sure to check in next time for more round 3 action of the Final Fantasy Fracas and some slightly above mediocre diecast racing.